Hello and welcome back to the Car Jump Arena Championship Series preliminary action. I'm your host, davidinark, and today we are taking a look at the Roemer, and we will have the Roemer series of vehicles thrown off of the Car Jump Arena to see which of the Roemers will travel the farthest. If you're new to the series, what we're doing is I'm going through each of the vehicles that comes with BeamNG drive. You can tell because they got the little BeamNG logo there. And so I go into each one of these, and then we will take one of each kind of the vehicles and pit them against each other and against the Car Jump Arena to see which one will travel the furthest. And then, once all of the vehicles have been in the competition, in the preliminary round, we will take the top 8 vehicles. They will be arranged in bracket formation, and the top 8 will compete to see who will reign supreme in the Car Jump Arena. As we throw the initial Roemer off of the edge, let's see where this bad boy lands. Oh, right there, he started technically skidding right before that mark. That means that that is a 250 for this initial base Roemer. And the way this works is each line is 10 meters. And so I measure back to the most recently passed over line, which technically here is 250 because it landed before it got to the 260 mark. So in this area is 250 meters. So we kick off the Roemer preliminary action with a 250 meter run. Oh, tumbling, crashing, falling, and sinking. Well, pretty sure 250 is not going to be the furthest that these Roemers are going to go, but not a bad start for this guy. Up next, we have the Roemer 4-wheel drive V8. Let's find out if the 4-wheel drive V8 can go further than its predecessor. The way this works is I hold the accelerator and I keep it between the yellow lines as best I can. When it gets down here to the end of the sparklers, I let it go, and we just let nature and physics and all that kind of stuff take its course. And then we come in here and we see where it lands, and wham! Wow, there you go. Front end nosedive straight into the 270s. So there you go for the 4-wheel drive V8. It grabs a 270 meter run. Will that be enough to hang on and take away the championship entry for the Car Jump Arena? We'll find out. All right, up next, we tag along into a V8 4-wheel drive XT version. So, will the XT be able to carry itself further than just the 4-wheel drive version? That's hard to say. A lot of times when you've got extra length, extra weight, that actually does more harm than good. Let's find out what happens here. Oops, sorry. And as we come down, oh, that is past the 280. Look at that. Lands in the 280 mark. So we have a 280 from the Roemer 4-wheel drive XT. Ugh. Ouch. There you go. All right, here we go. Now we've got the Roemer Sport Edition. So we will see how far this bad boy goes. By the way, if we get to the end of the competition here, this preliminary round, and 2 or more vehicles are tied, then we have those 2 or however many vehicles face off against each other, and we take a slightly more accurate guesstimate as to how far they have gone to see which one will be claimed the winner or named the winner. And oh, look at that. That is, look at there, technically speaking, that bumper just crossing over the 300 mark. That is a 300 for the Sport. It does not get much closer than that. Oh, look at that. So the Sport Edition crossing over the 300 meter mark and pushing itself into the lead for the Roemer preliminary action here. Oh, come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. There we go. So I gave it a little nudge. I helped it. I helped it. All right, here we go. We've got the Roemer Police Sheriff Edition. I should just say Sheriff Edition, but this is the Roemer Sheriff Edition. We will see if this vehicle can carry itself past that 300 mark. I think 300 for a Roemer is going to be very, very hard to beat. And as we can see here, we're already nosediving pretty well. So this one is probably, I mean, look at there. The front end already causing sparks, but that's definitely well within the 270 zone. Wow, not even 280. So that's a 270 for the Roemer Sheriff Edition. Not enough to carry this one forward, or at least into a tiebreaker. It's done. Now next we have the Sheriff Off-Road Edition, and normally I would say there's not any possible chance this is going to do any better, but we have seen off-road versions of vehicles throughout this competition kind of surprise us and take over where we didn't think they would. However, ouch, that's a nasty landing right there. I mean, you can see right here, it's pretty much laid itself down right on the line, and that is a 270 for the Sheriff four-wheel drive. So definitely not going to be moving forward here from the preliminary action, but jolly good show anyway. Okay, we've got two vehicles left here in the Roemer edition. We've got the Fire Chief, up next. Will the Fire Chief be able to break that 300 mark and carry itself into a tiebreaker round? We'll find out here momentarily as it just absolutely barrels down to the takeoff point. It is up, it is out of here, and it is nose diving, and that is not a good sign for the Fire Chief, who, technically speaking, well, all right, I'll give it the line. So there you go. That's a 270 once again for the Roemer. A lot of 270s in the competition overall. Ugh. In fact, we might even have to have a 270 competition. Basically take everyone who landed in the 270s and have like some kind of a massive 270s collection, because there are a lot of vehicles that ended up going 270. But we're not here for 270. This is the final Roemer in the group. This is the Roemer Off-Road Edition. It needs to beat 300 meters. Holy cow, this dude has got some gusto. Will it be able to carry itself to the 300 mark and get into a runoff, or could it even possibly carry itself way past the 300 mark, which it absolutely does, and looks like it's even heading for more than 350 at this point. Let's slow this down and just see how far this Roemer ends up going. Look at that, crosses over the 360 mark, and that is a 360 for the off-road Roemer. As I said earlier, sometimes these off-road vehicles surprise us and come out gunning for the lead, and that's what happens here today, folks. The Roemer off-road vehicle just comes out and takes the lead, takes charge, jumping 360 meters. Holy cow, man, that is awesome. But is 360 meters enough to get it into the top 8 bracket for the championship round? We'll find out shortly. We've only got one more set of vehicles to go after this Roemer. So who will reign supreme? Which vehicles will end up in the top 8? We'll find out shortly. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time in the Car Jump Arena Championship Series preliminary action one more vehicle to go after this. Well, if you've watched them in order. If you're not watching them in order, then who knows which vehicle you're on. But anyway, if you haven't seen the rest of the series, by all means, you want to go out, jump out to the Car Jump Arena Championship playlist and check them all out for sure. You don't want to miss the crazy excitement that's been going on with BeamNG drive vehicles and the Car Jump Arena. We'll see you next time.